Okay, let's do homework 2 for MGF 2107. So question number 1, what do we have? Fill in the blank with the appropriate word. So the two unit fractions that relate second and minutes are, let me see what we have here. It's gonna be, because it says seconds and minutes, so we are choosing 60 second 1 minute. Why we don't choose 1 second 1 minute or 1 second 60 minutes? Because 1 minute is equal 60 seconds, right? That's why 60 seconds over 1. Okay, and 1 minute over 60 seconds. So first we choose 60 second because 1 minute is 60 second, and then we are choosing a combination of 1 minute over 60 seconds. Okay. Question number 2. Oh, okay. Let's check. Excellent. Question number 2. What do we have here? When converting from kilogram to pound, you would use unit fraction kilo to pound. So we are going to get pound divided by kilo, because 1 pound is at half a kilo or a little bit less than half, 0.45. So it's going to be pound over 0.45 kilo. Okay. When converting from pound to kilo, vice versa, then we're going to take kilo over pound. Okay. Whatever is asking from kilo to pound, when it says from kilo, kilo goes down. Here it says in question B, it says from pound, pound goes down. Okay, because it represents 1 pound is 45 kilo. Okay. Okay, question number 3. So when converting from gallon to liter, so from gallon, that means gallon is going to go to denominator, right? Below the fraction. So 2 liter, 1 liter over 3.8 liters over gallon, right? Because 1 gallon is 3.8 liters. Okay. Converting from liters, that means it's from liters, that means liter goes down. It's going to be 1 gallon to 3.8 liters. Question number 4. What do we have here? We need to convert 14 inches, how many centimeters it will be. So 1 inch is 2.54 centimeters, right? We see here. That means 14 inch will be 14 times more. 14 times 2.54. And we are going to get, it says I got 35.56, but it says the round till nearest hundredths is needed. So it's going to be 35 point, where is that point here? And 56 hundred, meaning 2 digits. Well done. Next question. Question number 5. 122 gram convert to ounce. So look here, 122 gram. Where is it? So 1 ounce is 28 gram, but I have 122 gram. So that's mean it's gonna, I have to divide 122 by 28. Let me explain, maybe I can put some proportion, it will help you. So 1 ounce, oh, this is too thick, hold on. So if 1 ounce is 28 gram, okay, this proportion I'm making, it's going to help you with any conversion. But you have, how many? You have 122, okay? 122 grams. And we don't know how much it's going to be, X ounces, right? So what we're going to do, we're going to do cross multiplication like that, which means 28x is equal 122 times 1, well, or 122 obviously. And from here I'll solve for x. So to solve for x here, divide by 28, divide by 28. Why everything is so thick? Okay, so this is gone. And 122 divided by 28, we are getting approximately 4.36. It's I round it till nearest hundred, okay? So nearest 100, 4.36. Okay, fantastic. I'm glad that it looks fantastic. Next one. I'm going to create the same proportion to make it easy. So we need to convert 82 millimeters into kilometers. What do we have? I mean, 82 miles. I'm sorry. 82 miles convert into kilometers. We know 1 mile is 1.6 kilometers. Let's write down. 1 mile is 1.6 kilometers. And we have how many miles? 82 miles. Okay? I'm following the same method of proportion, 82 miles. Pay attention. I'm writing mile under the mile, kilometers under kilometers. And the same way I was doing here. See, ounce under ounces and gram under grams. So measurements have to be under each other, okay? All right, so from here we do cross multiplication. 1 times x is x, and we have 82 times 1.6. Okay, 82 times 1.6, and I am getting 131.2. Going back. There we go. Good job. Question number 7. We have 31 ounce. We want to convert into gram. So what do we have here? 1 ounce is 28 gram. 1 ounce, 38 gram. And we have 31, right? I think. Yeah, 31. Okay, 31 ounces, X gram. Pay attention, ounce under ounce, gram under gram. Okay, cross multiplication. It's going to be 1 times X, so it's going to be X, and 31 times 38. So 31 times 38, we are getting 1,178. Let's write down. 1,178. Oh, what did I do? 28. 1 ounce is 28. Ah, I need to gram vice versa. Okay, hold on. No, it's correct. Let me multiply again. 28 times 31. Oh, 868. In my calculator, maybe it had something in the memory. 868. It's better be correct this time. Okay, fantastic. Moving to number 8. So we have, we need to convert 326 pound to kilo. So 1 pound is 0.45 kilo, right? 1 pound, 0.45 kilo. How many? 326 pound, okay? 326 pound, X kilo. So pound under pound, kilo under kilo. So 1 times X, it's going to be X, and 326 times 0.45. 326 times 0.45, and we are getting 146.7. $146.7. Very good. We solved this one. Moving question number 9. The money a bank or other lending institute is willing to lend you is called the amount of credit extended of the. Okay, let me explain each one of them. Interest rate, that's the interest rate they let you borrow money with. Principal, that's a main money you are paying. Okay, well, how to explain principal? That's the main money you put in the bank. That will be principal. Simple interest, it's just how much money make based on interest rate. And it's simple, meaning there is no compound interest, there is nothing. So it's a standard fixed interest. Okay, and duration for how long you're going to give. So in this case, it says the money a bank or other lending institution is willing to lend you is called the amount of credit extended or the principal of the loan. Okay, the main money. Checking. Excellent. Moving to next one. Number 10, the money the borrowers pays for the use of lenders, we are calling interest, because we pay interest, right? We're borrowing money, we pay interest. So, and that's we call money, we pay for borrowing money. That's the interest. Next one, question number 11. Okay, let me check it. Final check. Fantastic. Number 11. Let's see. Determine the simple interest. So since they are using the word simple interest, that means there is other type of interest that also does exist. It's a compounded interest. So simple interest, it's a standard from month to month. It doesn't change. It's a fixed interest, and the formula for interest is gonna be let me see. This is I is equal P R T. So R the I is interest, okay, that you are going to pay. P is principal money that you borrowed. R is a rate, obviously is percentage. T is the duration. You are borrowing money for 6 months, for 1 year, for 5 years. Okay, so what do we have here? P is, let me see. I'll take a picture of this data so I don't have to go forth and back. All right. So our principal P is $260. Rate 7.75%. T time period is 5.25 years. 5.25 and 5 years 4 months, right? Okay, so determine simple interest. The rate is an annual rate. Okay, this is annual rate. In the formula, rate always represents annual rate. So to find interest, we are going to take 260 times percentage. We convert into decimal notation because we never use percentage per se. We always convert into decimal notation. To convert, we have to divide by 100. To divide by 100, 7.75, 1 and 2. We move to 2 position to the left. That's a division. 2 position to the right, I would multiply it by 100. So it's going to be times 0.0775 and times 5.25. Well, let's see how much we are getting. So 260 times 0.075. No, one more time. 260 times 0.0775 and then times 5.25. Oh, messed up. One more time. 260 times 0.0775 times 5.25, and I am getting 105.79 rounding. 105.79. Let's type it in. 105.79. It says till nearly cent. There we go, 79. Fantastic. Question number 12. Again, simple interest rate. This one is more interesting. Let's see what we're gonna do here. Because in our formula, as I said, we always use interest annually. I is equal PRT, we use annually. Here it is. R in the formula represents annually. So when we have not annually, just like here, we have determine the simple interest. So the rate is annual rate unless otherwise stated. Okay, 365 days in 1 year. Just so you know, for bank, they always go by 360 days. They don't go by 365, just like we do consumers. So we have, let's do the math. P is equal 725, rate 5.25%, and T, time period, it says 30 days. But we need annually, yes, to have annually. So annually, it's going to be 360 days, right? But for 30 days, what portion, 30 days, what portion of year it's going to be? If my year 360, so for 30 days, it's going to be, I can do proportion also, so make it easy for you. So look here, 1 year is 360 days. Remember, never 365. When you do financial math, always 360. So for 30 days, see, I'm making proportion, put under days. 30 days, it's going to be X year, right? We don't know. So I'm doing cross multiplication. So 360 X is equal 30 times 1, or 30. So from here, I'm dividing by 360, right? This is gone. This 0 is cancelled with this 0. 3 and 36, I can reduce by 3, right? Divide by 3. This is 1, this is 12. Correct? So my X is going to be 1 over 12. Because 12 months, it's 1 month is 12 portion of it. So this is going to be 1 over 12 months. I mean, of the year. I'm sorry. 1 month is 1 over 12 year. Okay, we have it. So now we need to find simple interest. Simple interest, it doesn't compound month by month. It's the same from the principal. So it's always going to be counted from 725. So I is equal PRT, and we have 725 times 5.25%. It's going to be 0.0525. Okay. We put point. And then times, we need the year annually, 1 over 12 portion of the year. Okay, which means, well, I'm going to, let me see, 725 times 0.0525 and dividing by 12. And I'm getting 3.17. Let's write down. So my interest is going to be $3.17 for every month. Excellent. What is going to be our next question? Question number 13. Let's read, see what's happening here. So determine the simple interest. Let me take a picture of the data. So, okay. So determine the simple interest. Again, simple interest. We have principal 596, interest 0.048 per day, okay, and T is equal 12 months. So it says assume 360 days in a year. All right. So what is interesting? Let me take different color. My principal is 596. My rate is 0.048% per day. This is first time we are dealing interest per day. Before we had it annually, right? And we have T for 12 months. So what does it say about time period? It says determine the simple interest. Assume 360 days in a year. All right. So if it's our interest is 0.048 per day, and we are going to do for a year, because it says assume 360 days in a year. So it's going to be annually. So rates per year is going to be it's going to be 0.048% times 360. Okay, let's see how much we are going to get. Or you can convert 0.048 into decimal notations. One way or another, you have to convert. Okay, let's do it. Let's convert this into decimal notation. So 0.028, let me show you. So convert to decimal, I have to divide by 100. Divide by 100 meaning shifting by 2 positions to the left. And I'm getting 0.00. Okay, 0.00048 times 360. And that's going to be let me multiply. So 0.00048 times 360, and I'm getting 0.1728. Okay, next, what do we have? We are given 12 months, right? It's going to be the 12 months. Since we know in a year, to convert 12 months to year, what we're going to do? In 1 year, let's write down. 1 year, doing proportion again. 1 year is 12 months. And we have 12 months. So I'm keep creating this proportion. So it's still going to be 1 year. Therefore, 12 divided by 12. So this is equal already 1 year. And from here, interest is equal PRT, which is going to be equal, P is 596 times R, 0.1728. Never round the digits, especially when you are doing real financial math in life. because you can lose a lot of money if you round it. 0.1728 and then times 1 year. And this is gonna be times 596. And there is no way to clean all this. Okay, 596 times 0.1728. And I'm getting 102 point, if I round it, 99. $102.99. Nice work. Okay. Moving to question number 14. Let's see what we have here. Use compound interest. Okay, we are moving to compound interest. What means compound? Let's say I borrowed $10 with 5%. Okay, so this 5%, for next month, I'm going to calculate how much money is going to make 5% and add to these $10 I borrowed. Okay, and then whatever money will be, so I'm going to take 5% from that money in third month. So whatever money it will be there, I'm taking 5% from that money, okay? And I'm paying interest. Okay, let's see. Compound. Always make different. Simple, if you have a choice to choose to pay compound or simple, although they won't give you simple, always choose the simple because it's not accumulating interest there. All right? By the way, as a student, you can use Suncoast Credit Union. That's for teachers and students, and you will get good rates there if you want to borrow money. Okay, so let's go back to our problem. Let me take a picture with data so we can solve, work with it. All right, so here what we have. So use the compound interest formula to compute the total amount accumulated and the interest earned. Okay, so we have $5,000 for 3 years. We put $5,000 for 3 years. We invested in the bank, $5,000 for 3 years. Okay, at 4% compounded, so R 4% compounded semi-annually, meaning 4% semi-annually, meaning twice a year, right? Twice a year, meaning this 4% is for 6 months, correct? Okay. Per 6 months. Okay. So we need to find the amount in the account, how much money will be in the account in 3 years. So since it's a cumulative and its interest is compounded, we are going to use the following formula. A is equal principal 1 plus interest rate over n. I will tell you what is what. All right. n to power n times t. I don't think I need this, okay, n times t. So A, in this case, is going to be accumulated amount. So P is amount I invested, 5,000, the principal. A is amount I will get as a result of interest. Okay, accumulated amount. In 3 years, how much money I'm going to make? Accumulated amount. All right, P is the principal, I told you already. So this is our P. R is the interest rate, 4%. We already know interest rate. And T is the time in years. In the formula, T is the time in years. Okay, N is a number of compounded periods per year, because it can compound quarterly, then it's going to be 4 times, right? Quarterly. It can compound daily, which is going to be 360, number of compounded periods. Okay, in this case, semi-annually, meaning it's going to compound it twice per year. Okay, all right, so let's see how we're going to solve based on this formula. So we have, let me write down, A is equal, P is 5,000, 1 plus my the period, how it's going to be, since it's semi-annually, right? So it's going to be how much? Semi-annually meaning twice, correct? So our rate 0.04, here we divide by number of compounded period, 2 of them, twice 6 months, semi-annually, right? Therefore we put 2. If it would be per quarter, I would put 4. If it would be per day, I would put divide by 360, right? Okay, and times these 2, because n, here we have n, right? So it's going to be to power n, which is 2, and times our t. What is it? For how many years we put? 3 years. Okay, so what do we get here? Let's solve it. 0, I'm starting 0.04, dividing by 2, 0.02. Then plus 1, follow my order of operation, 1.02, and then raising to power 6, 2 times 3. So let me switch to my scientific calculation so I can raise to power 6. And I'm getting 1 point, this whole piece, 1.12616 and blah blah blah, and all these times 500, and I'm getting 500 563.08. If I round till decimal, I don't know if I have to round till decimal or something, I don't know. We'll figure it out. Oh, let me read it. I took a picture of the problem. Hold on. Do not round until the final answer. Okay. Well, that's the problem. So it's going to be 563,08121. So that's a cumulative amount. In 3 years in my account, I put $5,000 and I'm getting 563. How is it possible? Something is wrong. 5,000. Duh. Oof. So it's going to be, let me move by one position here. 5,630. There we go. Okay, we got that much. Now, our question, this is not the end. Our question is asking the amount in the account. Oh, okay. The amount in the account is going to be 5,630. Let me put it there. $630.08, because this is final answer for this question. So I round till 100, nearest cent. Okay, started. What is wrong? Let's do the math over again. Some silly on my calculator, I don't know, we'll see. Let's do it again. So our problem, 4%, let's read it again. 4% compounded semi-annually. So compound it every 6 months, which means within a year we'll compound twice. Okay. If we want to express by year, we divide by 2. So altogether 3 years, and we invested $5,000. Okay. Let's see what's happening. So the formula is in our interest is 4%, right? 0.04, and we are going to divide by 2, right? Well, let's dividing by 0.04, dividing by 2, and since it's semi-annually, 2 times for 3 years, it's going to be 6 at semi-annual period, right? If in 1 year, the semi-annual meaning twice, if for 3 years, it's going to mean 6 times, right? And let me write down 5,000. And times 5,000. Okay, let me do the math again. Let me see what's wrong. And I'm not rounding anything. So, 1 plus 0.02. I'm getting 1.02. And I'm raising to power 6. So, it's going to be raising to power 6, and I'm getting 1.261624, so, and a bunch of dots, and I'm not rounding in my calculator. So multiplying all these 9 yards of decimals, multiplying by 5,000, and I got 5,630.81. How much did I put here? Ah, duh. Sorry, I'm tired. Ah. Better be right. Okay. And now we need to find interest. How much interest did I make within these 3 years? Look, I invested $5,000 and in 3 years I got 563 $5,630.81. So how much is gonna be my interest? What do you think? Subtract from each other, right? Pretty straightforward. So it's gonna be 5630.81 minus 5,000, and I'm getting 630.81. Bingo. Moving to question number 15. Let me take a picture right away so we can solve it. Otherwise, 100 times I will go forth and back to read the data. So, use compound interest formula to compute that total amount accumulated and the interest earned. Okay. How we are going to solve this problem? We need to find total amount accumulated after 2 years. All right. So because it's compounded interest, again, we are going to use the formula A is equal P times 1 plus R over N. Let me open it. First, let me write down. What do we have? Principal is 3,500. For 2 years, time is 2 years. 2%, rate is 2%, compounded quarterly. Find the total amount, meaning A, cumulative amount. Okay? So again, A is equal P times 1 plus R over N over, when it says quarterly, what does that mean? 4 times, correct? Let me write down, add it here. 1 second. 2%. And N is equal 4 quarterly, every 3 months. And here we're raising to power N times T. Okay, so A is equal 3,500 times 1 plus 2%, it's going to be 0.02, right? Converting to decimal, meaning dividing by 100, because it's compounded by quarterly. There are 4 quarters. So in 1 year, because we need for 1 year, what percentage of year is going to be quarterly, right? It's going to be 4. We divide it by 4 times n is 4, and time is, we have 2 years. Okay, so we are getting 3,500 times, let's see how far I'm getting with this calculation. Okay, 0.02 divided by 4, I'm getting 0.005, plus 1, it's going to be 1.005, raising to power 8, because 4 times 2 is 8. I got bunch of 9-yard numbers. I'm not rounding, and just this very number multiplying by 3,500. And I'm getting 3,642 point, I don't know, 47 or 48, because that's 46. I mean, this one could be some questionable. 47, 46. I would put 48 because it's 4 and 6. This will round, it will be 5. Round, it will be 48. But I don't know what they want. We'll see. So the answer is going to be here. Three, 6, 4, 2.47. I won't be surprised if they want round. Okay. Wow. I would round it definitely. And the amount of interest, well, let's see how much interest they made. So we got here 3,500, and here we got 3,642 and something. So from here, 3,642.47 minus 3,500. Okay, this is equal. 47 stays there. Point. This is 2 stays there. 4 stays there. 6 minus 5 is $142.47. Okay. All right. Point. Incorrect. Let me see. 47, okay. Has to be 47. Okay. So this is question number 15. Starting from question number 16, you have it already recorded. And then it's recorded all the way till 19. So I'm, okay, I'll record other last 2 questions separate. Okay. All right.